Hey, Tim, Kiki, and Jaden. Are you the only three guys here right now? Yeah, looks like it. We'll give the others a chance to join us. So thank you. This is the last formal week of class. So we'll try and cover any topics that you guys still are unsure about. Well, we'll certainly try and complete that linked list thing that we started working on last class. Was it you, Tim? I keep forgetting. Was it you that coded last class, or no? It wasn't you, right?
It was me.
Yeah, Jaden. Yeah, thank you. Yeah. Oh, hey. Which one? Yeah. One sec. Hey, Google, connect to my Macintosh. He's trying to figure out.
Looking for paired devices.
Okay. All right.
Bluetooth is connected to.
Okay. Sorry, Jaden, you were saying something?
Yeah, I was just gonna say that I finally made it to quest 9. I passed quest 8.
Yeah, I saw that. That's pretty cool. I'm really impressed by the level of perseverance some of you have shown, right? Because I know for CS2A, especially given C++ and all, I know how challenging it is and how many opportunities there are for students to say, well, this is not for me, I'm going home. And I'm so impressed and happy to see this level of perseverance from you guys. Because, quest number 6, 7 are places where people actually drop off. Around that time, I see a lot of people saying, okay, well, I'm done, I'm not going to do anymore. But you guys have just stuck around and gone all the way to the end, which kind of suggests to me, well, it's not a proof, but it's a very strong suggestion that you guys are all actually cut out to be top programmers at some point, maybe not in the next 6 months, but at some point, it looks like you will all be very successful programmers. So just keep up the same spirit, I think. Whether you're doing My 2B or not, My 2C or not, just keep it up. And yeah, like we've seen most times in the past before, right? In class, even slow progress is progress, but spurty progress, bursty progress is not really progress, because you could get stuck at one place infinitely long. So that's fantastic. All right. So anytime you guys are ready. Well, I don't know. Why don't you guys carry on a conversation for about 5 or 10 minutes? Okay, we'll start at 8:15. How about that? Yeah. 8:15. All right. So why don't you guys carry on a conversation? In the meantime, also, one of you, hopefully not Jaden, maybe Kiki or Tim or Kate, probably can pick up the code that Jaden posted last class. And
actually, I would have to update that because I did the thing you asked me to do where I just left the challenge portion blank.
Yeah, it's only 3 lines, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it should be. So
yeah, don't worry. We'll fill it in. We'll fill in the challenge portion again. So we just need to pick the code that Jaden posted, and then any one of you, right? Get ready in about 10 minutes time. Pick up the code, and in fact, you can even have the code up there and talk amongst yourself. Or maybe try to fill in the challenge portion if you want, right? Doesn't have to be right. Trying to fill in the challenge portion, just the 4 of you, while looking at the code and saying this is what we need to do. Yeah. And then at 8:15, I'll come back and we'll fill in the challenge portion and do the rest of the code. Right. But today I'm thinking we'll actually complete that roulette game. I think it'll be easy, right? Because I was thinking about it yesterday, and I think it'll be easy to complete the actual roulette game that we can play in class, saying we can all take bets on that wheel. Okay, Tim can bet on 47, and Kate says 23, and Kiki said 14, and I say number 7. Okay, and then we can set it spinning, and then we can see the numbers, like the wheel of fortune, change in time, and then slow down and settle on one number. Okay, and that number will be the winner, and I think it'll be a pretty cool game, right? In fact, when you have a party in summer next week, is no class and all. So if you're going to have a party, don't have too many parties because you need to prepare for CS2B and all. But you could actually have this game on your computer and say, hey, let's play roulette here. We don't have a casino, but we actually have a roulette game. So you guys take turns picking numbers or putting money on these numbers. Okay, don't gamble though, right? And say, all right, we're going to spin it now and see who wins. Okay, maybe a really cool party game. Yeah. Much better than beer pong and all. Okay, so absolutely fantastic. All right, so how about we yeah, for 10 minutes? Okay, 10 minutes. You guys talk, and then we'll I'll join after that. Okay, I'm going to be around, and you guys don't have to see me while you're talking, so I'll just turn it around, and then call me at 8:10 if I'm 8:15 if I'm not back. Call me and I'll be back. Okay, I'm just going to be here. I'll be on my iPad or something. You got to keep talking, okay? So pull up the code maybe and keep talking. You can also talk about the experience of this class and what are you looking forward to 2B or your plans, old quests, other classes like Java and parallels you see between languages. So many things to talk about. Okay, so just take it up. It's up to you.
So, what's everyone's progress and how they feel like they're doing through the quest system?
I'm just behind you, I think, Jaden. What was the last thing you ended up fixing on Quest 8?
It had to do with pushback, and so I had to make sure I implemented for like a system to have like a bit more terms and for it to still to manually go through like stacks of 10.
Mm.
It also had to mainly do with a bit of restructuring and just basically kind of a bit redoing more stuff.
It's on Reddit. Michael's talking about that if you were to like put in 2 more, like you'd have like 10 and it'll always print out 2 more or something. Yeah. Oh, I just found a Reddit post on there for last week's code.
I have a fully completed code, so if you need any help filling it out. You remember how to fill out the code right from last class?
Should take a look. I might have saved a copy of the completed one somewhere. Can't remember the exact stuff we typed in last time. Yeah, I got it.
So what was your process like going through Quest 8? Did you have any of your own roadblocks? Did you also encounter that printing extra too?
Yeah, I'm not totally finished with that one yet either. I think I've got the first half working great, but like when I try to plug it into the Quest thing, it doesn't build yet until I get the string, the two string or the stack string class done. So I'm still trying to figure out some parts of that. But I have like a test, my own CPP test code that I've been running on my developer, and it seems to work fine. We're just basically simulating that stack, so you should only, yeah, I just use my CPP file to like read out each one as I build it, and I can see that the values are in the right spots, hopefully. But
Yeah, I don't know. I think yeah, was sometimes what really helped was kind of manually or making sure it was laid out. The data size was in the right placements by or that was moving correctly. I would place like a -1 or add 1, and so perhaps that could help a
yeah,
bit with your code. But there's also other actions. There's also other ways that you can make sure it can stop printing 2 extra numbers. So good luck.
yeah, I know what you mean. Did you have to change a lot when you finished your string stack?
Yeah, I think. Well, yeah, for me personally, I had to like kind of change up its entire structure in order to help make it more fit.
Yeah,
Because I think when I did it last time, it was a bit more simplified, and that's what was leading to the cause of +2. So I had to go in and figure out different ways I can structure it, and probably add more things like like the data pop back and data size, and yeah, but it ended up working out better in the end.
Nice. Somebody want to pick up Jaden's code for class today?
I can do it.
Thank you, Kate. You want me to? You want me to tell you what was the missing portion?
Yeah, it was right down here, right? The loop. I remember it was like a do while loop, which I don't really know how to do. Okay, so it started like that and then it had a while. Was it like Q is not equal to P?
Yeah, it was.
And then what goes inside?
It should be a C out, Q arrow get num parentheses, and then endless or end L.
Okay.
Yeah, and then Q equals Q arrow get next parentheses. That should be it.
Okay. Yeah, that looks. I remember that.
Should we call over our professor?
I think we're ready.
Professor, we're ready.
Great, great, okay. Awesome. You've done it. So you thought you said it was missing this part. Oh, you guys just wrote it?
Yeah, we
Awesome.
we just
Thank
wrote
you.
it.
Yeah, fantastic. Good job. Yeah, wow, that looks that looks pretty cool. Q is the last node. Well, Q is not equal to P. Yeah, that looks great. Okay, all right. Did you run it and see the result? By the way, you should get 100 numbers, right? Or num slots numbers or whatever. Xcode. Whose computer is this, by the way?
It's my computer. It takes a while for the first time, I think.
Yeah. Is it an old computer or a new one?
It's not that old.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah. Because my Mac is like I don't know, 2015, and it is starting to slow down a little bit, just because the disk is getting full, I think. So why it only printed 0, nothing else?
Yeah.
Run it again. Maybe it was a bug. Just run it again one more time. Right. Let's see. Okay, it's only printing 0.
Mm,
Okay, let's take a
sorry.
look. Let's take a look. No, don't worry. Let's take a look. All right. So where are we filling it? Where are we filling it? So num slots. Okay, Q set num. Okay. Oh, of course. Hang on. Yeah. All right. So I think. All right. Go. Where's the challenge part? Oh, that's really funny. It is in fact going through the list, and it's only printing the first number. So Q was being equal. Q was actually turning out to be equal to P, right at the end of the first iteration itself. Why is that? So why is Q equal to P at the end of the very first iteration? Now Q. Well, now Q is the first node, yeah, and then Q's the last node is going to point to P. That is correct. Now, Q is the last node. Yeah. Okay. So you forgot to initialize it. You forgot before the do loop. You just need to say Q equals P, right? Because you got to start at the first node. Otherwise, you're already at the last node. Okay. I think that should fix it. So now what we can do is right. That should be 100 numbers, right? Okay. So that was the only thing that you missed. It was just an oversight or typo. So here, what we can do is actually do the game part of it. Okay. So in our main, let's see if we can refactor this code a bit to clean it up so that we can move some parts of it into a method and things like that. Can you show me main? Yeah. Oh, that's all main is right now. How about this? Okay. And I'm not going to do it. You guys do it. Okay. I'm going to show you. I'm going to tell you what needs to be done. And it's very simple. And I'm going to sit here and watch. Okay. I'm not going to turn it around and all because it's going to be quite simple and I can help you too. You know, the first for loop where it actually fills up the list with numbers. So how about, well, okay, we'll leave that in main. We'll leave that in main. Actually, you know what? Yeah, tell me if you want to do it. If you don't want to do it, we won't do it. Okay, we'll just go on to the next step and we'll do right. What I have in mind is that part starting from node star Q equals P all the way up to Q's set next. That is a part that makes the ring, isn't it? That is the part that takes one node and then keeps on adding more nodes up to num slots, and then the last node makes it. It makes it point to the first node, and that's your ring, isn't it? Yeah. Is everybody nodding their head? I think I only see Tim and Kate, Kiki and Jaden. Okay, Kiki, yeah. So you take that first node and keep adding nodes to it, right? Until the last one, and then you leave the loop and then make the last node point to the first node. That's what that thing does. That makes your ring. Everybody okay so far?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, good. Now, I'm thinking, why not create a method? So go right up to the top of line, no, sorry, line 39 and hit enter, line 39 and hit enter. Yeah, now type this in and let me know if you want to do it. Otherwise, we'll just comment it out and keep moving on, okay? So type this in, make a ring, just it's a make a ring. It's a function called make a ring. No, a lowercase m, make underscore, make a ring, open parentheses, num slots, p comma num slots, parameters, p comma num slots. And then you can put a comment above that to say what it, there's a semicolon there. And then you can put a comment there saying, make a ring from P num slots nodes long. Yeah, num slots nodes long. Okay, yeah, all right. So and put a blank line after make a ring. And in fact, it's showing up with an error because it's not implemented. So you can comment it out now, comment out the line 41. Now tell me if you guys want to make that method, essentially, taking two parameters, and it has to, return void. Okay, return void, saying it's return void. Yeah, you could potentially return void there. You want to make, do you guys want to create that method? Otherwise, it does not a method. It's just a global function. It's one function. It's not even object oriented, right? It's a method. It's a function. Do you want to create that function just to take that part and move it out of main so that it's just a function call? If you want to do it, you can do it. I'll give you 5 minutes, no more than 5 minutes. Okay. All you need to do is just make a function and move this code into that. That's all. Okay. Otherwise, we'll just leave it there. Not a big deal. And we'll continue with developing our game. Okay. And the game is going to be, it's very simple and straightforward. Main is going to say how many players, and then players take a bet and take their bets. And also maybe say, I want to bet $2 on number 7, $7 on number 11, and things like that. You can actually say how many dollars and what number you want. And then we'll spin the wheel. And then when it stops, it'll say, hey, Jaden, your $7 became $14 or something like that. Okay. So, and then in a party, you can actually start this game with, 5 people or 10 people playing. You can actually say each one of you has $100 to start. Okay. And then you can start betting. So people can say, well, off my $100, I'm going to place $2 here and $7 there and so on. Okay. And then, people will run out of money sooner and things like that. You can pick strategies, and all of these things will be really cool. We can actually play that game today, I think. Okay. So do you want to do it, or shall we move on to implementing the game? I think it'll be really cool if you want to write that function. Do you want 5 minutes to write that function? Okay. All right. So it doesn't have to be an object method. Okay. So it just needs to be a function. Write the function, and then when you've done that and have it there, we'll run it once more to see if it's all working, and then we'll take it from there. Okay. All right. 5 minutes, and I'll just be here. Okay. I'll just be looking at my laptop. I won't be looking at the screen, and not my laptop. I'll be looking at my iPad, not looking at the screen, unless you want me to. In which case, you can just call out my name, and I'll look up and answer any questions you have.
So do we know if it goes under public, or if I can just put it before right here? Because these are like specific to the nodes, right? So would it go outside? Okay, well, I'll type that and then
Yeah, we can try it.
turn void, right? Oops. Um, Okay. And then we just fill in the. So P is a, well, num slots. Then P. I need to start.
I think it seems like you already have like. Yeah, you need that star in order.
Okay. Okay, anything else? Oh, but did we have to? Should finish with this. Okay. That should be everything. Okay.
Is it not picking up on P because it's located in the private sector, or what's going on right here? Do we need to move that do while loop into the private sector too, or is it possible we might
I can do that.
just
All done. Jeez. I'm just looking at hearing the silence here, and
yeah, just
are you guys done? Do you want me to take a look or something?
just making sure
No, no worries.
everything's in
No
the
worries.
right place, or if there were some aspects of the code that were needed to be given right now.
Let me know whenever.
You want to try running it real quick, see how it goes?
Should I move it to public? 'Cause it's not.
I was wondering that too. I think it might.
Yeah, it might be the private,
Okay.
probably the private section that's not catching it. So you might want to move this.
Oh no. Mm. Did I do this wrong?
We don't need to use like node colon or something.
What was that?
You have to use like the node colon maker ring.
Oh. In front of here.
Yeah. No, that's not it.
Should
What's
it?
the error say again? Undeclared.
Wait, is it because you don't have the node with the P? What's causing it to be an undeclared identifier?
I'm having the same issue. Cannot call header.
So, yeah. Does everyone agree we might need a bit of help for this?
Yeah, it's probably a simple fix. But I don't know if we know what it is.
Sorry, Professor, but we might need a bit of help here. Yeah. Professor?
Yeah,
We need a bit of help here.
yeah, sure. What's up? What's up? What's going
So we
on?
made our first we tried to make our void maker ring inside the private sector, but then we moved it to the public sector, but it's still
Why is it
reading.
inside the class? Well, no. If it's inside the class, you a main won't be able to find it unless you qualify it with the object, right? If it's inside of a class, it belongs to the class, and then it can only be called on the object on a node object. But we don't have. We don't want to make this an object. Class method or a method. So move it out of the class. It'll work.
I see. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Okay. Why is the last number 0? What's the last number 0? But can you stick in an srand immediately after main, or the first line of main? Hit 67. Yeah, enter 60. Enter on 67. Yeah, just call srand. And no. It has to have the parameter time. No, srand open parentheses time, and then open parentheses null or null pointer and nullptr. Yeah, and put the semicolon at the end. Yeah, enter one more time so that it's separated from the declarations. Now run again. I want to see if the last number is 0. It's still 0. Okay. We're going to fix this. Can you put the word the unsigned cast before time, right? Unsigned within parentheses before time. And just to, that's not going to fix this, of course, but it's just a space after the closing brace. Right. Yeah. No, after the closing brace, after the unsigned closing parenthesis. Yeah. All right. Great. Now, why is it printing 0 at the very last item? So where does it print? See, it gets Q equals P, and it prints all those numbers, and then. You should be thinking with me, right? Why is it? Is there a reason why it prints 0, or is it actually going to be 0? No, the reason why I think it's a bug is because we changed the seed and it's still printing 0. So run again, and we'll see if it's still printing 0 one more time. Then there's a corner. Then that means there's a corner case bug in our code. Yeah. Okay. So it's definitely a corner case bug. So why is it always printing 0 for the very last item? Oh, of course, it's a, no, wait a sec. No, it's, why does it print 0 for the very last item? 39 is okay. And then it gets to P, and then it's not going to do it again for P. So the very last item is 0. Oh, no, it will actually print the value for P. So the very last item that is printed is in fact the value of P, the very first item. Yeah, of course. Yeah, okay. All right, go to the place where you create the values, set the values. Obviously, I can give this to you to fix also, but I don't want to waste time because I've already fixed it. So why do it 2 times? All right. So this is where you Q equals P, new node, Q equals P, and then set num rank %100. Oh, no, this is the very first item that is set is in fact the P, right? So P rand. Wow, so you do actually set the value of P there. And then you set, okay, all right. Do you mind if because this is a bug and it's a benign bug, it's not a big bug, but it's still a bug that is kind of like a needle in my brain. So do you mind if we fix this? It is actually important to fix this. Okay, so we want to figure out why the last number is always 0. It shouldn't always be 0, right? Because they're all supposed to be random. And even when we change the seed and we repeatedly change it run it with different seeds, it's still printing 0 for the last number. So that's kind of indicates to me, suggests that there's an issue. So here's what we're going to do. So when you do that cout, immediately after you do a node star Q equals P. No. In fact, inside the loop. I'm sorry, inside the loop, right? Where you do set num and set next after set num. I'm sorry, after set num. After set num, say cout, left shift, and then inside of the quotes you say Q equals. Inside of quotes you say Q equals, and then outside of quotes you'd say the value Q, left shift, and then open quote, comma, its number equals Q arrow get num, right? So equals, and then Q arrow get num, and then endl. Okay, now copy that line, copy that whole line, triple click, yeah, all right, so there you go. Copy that, and we want to take that to the place where we actually print these things out. There, okay. There also change line 62 to this, right? Yeah, change line 62. Yeah. All right, great. Now, also we don't want them to run up against each other. So on line 59, hit enter and say on line 59, hit enter and say cout now part 2 or something like that. Cout, this is part 2. Part 2. Okay. Endl, 2 endls after that, so that it's kind of, we have a blank line. All right, so yeah, run it now, and then we'll look at the addresses also, and we can, the problem should be very clear, hopefully, the address. All right, now increase the size of the console so we can take a look. Okay, what address is the last one, 734470. Yeah, okay. So and that is the value 0. So let's see what the value of P is. Go all the way to the top. That one, yeah. To the top, and then where the first one there. Oh, it's 73, 38, 25. So the contents of P is actually 73, and go all the way down there. Not all the way, just to the end of this part. Oh, so it goes from 73 to 47, and here it goes from 73 all the further down. Oh, yeah. Okay, so 7347AO is the last one. We're actually printing one more than the last one. That is where the issue is. Okay, so go back to the code. Well, where are we printing one more than the last one? No, that part is okay. Where you assign is okay. Where we print it out, we're apparently printing out one more than the last one. So Q equals, and then its number. And then Q equals P, and then wow, it should not. Oh, it does it for P 2 times. Oh wow, that's why. But even if it does it for P 2 times, why is it printing 0 for the second time? Why is it printing 0 for the second time? So can I look at the output again one more time, please, if you don't mind, Kate? All right. So it goes from 73. Someone all has to remember this with me, okay? At the top, part one, 73, and the address is BE40. Okay, 73 is at BE40, and the last one there is, and yeah, 47AO, BE40 to 47AO. So BE40, and then 47AO should be the last one, right? Go to the end. Okay, I have a feeling that when you assign it, you have a less than or equal to instead of equals for num slots. Let's take a look again at the for loop where you have, no, it is less than 0 to num slots, and num slots is 100, so it goes up to that. It sets those values, and part 2 q equals p. All right, so on line 61, instead of q equals p, say q equals p arrow next. Okay, p arrow get next, p arrow get next. That's not going to fix the bug, by the way, right? P arrow get next, run it. Now it should start printing at the next one and end at p, right? So and what is the first one, or what is the part 2 first one? Part 2 first one should be right 74. And was it 74 when we assigned it to 74? Up in the part 1 was it? Yeah, 74 was the first, the second one. Oh no, well, all the way to the top. Oh, 3 was the first number. Oh, because of SRAM, things are changing. Can you comment out the SRAM line again, please? I'm sorry. Okay, now run it one more time so that the thing doesn't keep changing. It'll be easier for us to debug. Now, first of all, before I debug this, is this useful to you that we have a problem and we're debugging it together? I'm debugging it and you're watching. Is that useful, or do you want to just move on? Good. Okay. All right. So all right. So go to the top of part 1 again. Okay, 7 and 49. All right, now part 2 for part 2. In fact, you know what? Let's say number of slots is just 10. All right, forget about 100 now. It says 10. Number of slots is 10. Okay, run it.
Is this kind of like falling into that printing extra two terms from the everyone's having in Quest 8?
No, I don't think it's related, okay? Because there in Quest 8, you're actually just using a counter. Here we're using linked list, and we're looping in a different way. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. Right? Yeah, definitely. Quest 8 is not using linked structures at all. It's an array, isn't it?
It seems, it seems here that the first term was skipped over in part 2, and it went in order to make room for that 0.
Yeah, okay. So the first number should be skipped over because it is not. It's. I think it is because we're using a do while loop there and not doing the for loop there as we originally did. Okay, here's what we can do. Okay, here's what we can do. This is what happens. Okay, it's a lesson. This is what happens, and you can remember it. Whenever you have two different mismatched kinds of loops, okay, when you have a for loop in one place and then a do while or a while loop in another place, there is a scope for error because the corner conditions are now different. Yes, because a for loop, you're going to do a different kind of corner condition, and in a while loop, it's a different kind of test to exit out of it. And then also here it's a do while loop, meaning that the loop structure itself is different. So all these introduce scope for error, and I really should not have done it in a beginner class because you guys should not be following the wrong things I do, right? So sometimes I do wrong things to get, cut corners and get things done, but you shouldn't be doing this. I shouldn't be doing this in class. So let's change the looping structure so that both of them are for loops, okay? So it's clean and we know exactly what's going on. So go to the code again. Let's change the second one from a do while loop to a for loop. Okay, and again, I think that'll be a useful exercise because turning one kind of loop into another is also a skill to pick up, right? So let's go back to the code and fix it so that we have two for loops. Go back to the code. All right. So where is the part where we print it out? Okay, there you go. All right. So now we know that Q is the last node, isn't it? Q is the last node. So what we can do here is Q is the last node. All right. So for part two, under part two, hit enter on line 60. So here we're going to say for node star R equals P. And we're going to do exactly the same thing, well, you know, the way we did it before. In fact, we can also use a counter for the loop, but I don't want to use the counter because this way we'll be able to iterate with loops, and this is better. Okay, so yeah, semicolon, and then R equals, no, R is not equal to Q. R is not equal to Q. Semicolon, R plus plus. No, R equals, not R plus plus. What do you do there? R equals? No need to panic, okay? Just take your time. Tell me what I should go there, okay? No, you're not under a gun or something. No hurry. Just tell me what needs to go there.
Be R equals P?
No, R can't E equal to P.
Or, oh, yeah.
All right, we started off with R equals P, right? Okay, all right, okay, got it. All right, so that's what we want. Yes, because I think that is the loop we used. Did we use the loop? No, we used numeric loop before, and this is not numeric loop, right? And this will do exactly the same thing. So yeah, you can get rid of the space after the closing parentheses so that it's clean and tidy. Now inside you can do cout, R equals, you know, copy that line 46, put it there. Copy that line 46 and put it there. Yeah, and put it there, and then change the Q to an R. Now, the only thing you need to remember at this point, you can get rid of the braces. Actually, actually, you can get rid of the braces because you're doing the assignment in there, right? Get rid of the braces. Now, the only thing we have to remember here that it's going to do the loop, but it won't do the loop for P equals Q. It won't do the loop for the, it won't iterate for the last node. Yes or no? This we need to be absolutely clear, right? So now we're going to explicitly print. After we exit the loop, we're explicitly going to print the last node. So outside the loop on line 64, yeah. Now you say cout, copy that line, copy the whole line, triple line, yeah, triple click and yeah, copy that line, put it there. Now you say Q, we can say Q, yeah, Q, yeah, we can say Q. I say, yeah, that's right. Q equals get none because we know Q is the last node, right? We have it from before. Now, if you print it, we should see the right thing, right? Although it'll work, but although it doesn't fix the bug we had last time, and it's an interest. We still have the bug. Oh, it's funny. We still have a bug. Well, no, in the output, increase the size of the console. Increase the size of the console. We still have the bug. Do we have the bug? How come it's printing so many lines? I thought we only had 10. Q equals PRO next. No. Oh, I see. No. Get rid of Q equals PRO next. We don't. No. Oh, I see. Get rid of that. Yeah. We don't need. No. Comment it out. Yeah. Like what you were doing before. And also, you don't need the Q. That also can go inside the comments. Yeah. All right. Run it now. Oh, we still have the bug. Okay, so now we can figure out more easily what's going on. Okay, so it goes all the way to 9, and then it's printing the last one after that. Why is it printing the last? Now it's easier to debug. Okay, why is it printing? Why is the last node? No, 30 AE30 is 20. Why it prints AE30 is supposed to be 23. That's good. And then DE40 is 9. It prints it. And why is it printing? Oh, I see, and it's printing Q. Now, turns out that DE40 is in fact the last node. Isn't it? DE40 is the last node. Why is it printing one more than the last node? So why is it printing Q? So go back to the for loop. Why is it? Well, how come it's printing the last node inside of that loop? It cannot print the last node. It cannot get the last node inside the loop, right?
Where is our return value?
The return will be in main, right? Because isn't this a void function? It doesn't have to return anything, right?
Do you,
Make ring is void, isn't it?
I was just thinking that maybe it has something to do with making it return to 0, so it has to expect like that last term to be a 0 in order for the program to happen.
No. So the return 0 is just the status you're returning to the operating system. And so there's no, it says it's no error. And then your make a ring is what's actually printing stuff out. And that's a void, if I'm not mistaken. Make a ring is void, isn't it? It has to be void, yeah. Okay. All right. So why is it, now the question is, why is it printing the last node R equals that? Oh yeah, we can, let's take a look. Let's increase the size of the console again. All right, now what is Q? The last node Q, the last node. Oh yeah, go back to the for loop, go back to the for loop again. I think I know what happened, okay? I think I know what happened. All right, so when it exited the for loop, yeah, okay. No, the for loop. Oh no, I'm sorry, the first for loop, that is where the bug is. I know what the bug is. If you guys want to think about it and tell me what the bug is, that's fine, or I'll just tell you what the bug is, okay? So in the for loop, what happened, the first for loop that's assigning things, okay? It's assigning values. Now, when it exits the loop, that Q is already pointing to the last node, yes? When it's pointing to the last node, it's exited the loop because it's gone from 0 to 100. So at that point, at that point, hang on. Oh, Q equals P. Yeah, and that point Q has already gotten set to the next node, and that is where something we have to. Okay, here's what this is a fix. You can clean it up, right? I'm gonna show you a easy fix, but it's ugly. But you can clean it up later when you have time. Okay, when you say node star Q equals P, comma, and you can say star last node. No, star. Let's just stay, as I say, just say last. Just say last. Okay, and then as soon as you enter the loop on a line before line 45, actually before line 45, or you say after 45. I'm sorry, Kate. Just say after 45. Yeah, enter and say last equals Q. Okay, good. All right, now what we need to do is in the second for loop, where you say not equal to Q, you say not equal to last. Okay, I think that should work. Oh yeah, one sec before you do that, and you say on line 65, you say instead of Q equals, you say last equals, and then everywhere you say last. Right. Okay, all right. Now this is an ugly fix. Okay, wait a sec. It says, oh, last. You need to move. Where's last? Oh, no, uninitialized. Wait a sec. Last, and you are entering the loop. Yeah, okay. We need to prevent the error. So just say last equals null. On line 41, just say last equals null to prevent the warning from going away. And then last equals P too. Last equals P. I think that's better. At least you won't have an error. Okay. All right. So good. Now try and run it. I think. Yeah, and then okay, all right. So that worked. It printed out all of the everything, and except the last node is printed outside. Okay, it's not part of R. Now, in fact, if you put back the original, it'll work with the do while loop. Okay, so now get back to the old code, because the bug was not in the do while, it was in the for, and we were looking at do while trying to fix the bug before. Okay, so now you can uncomment it and comment out the for loop. Comment out the for loop now, right? Comment out the for loop. Yeah. Okay. Now I believe that it should work. Why is it still printing last equals and all? Oh, I see. Oh, it's still printing 0? Why is it still print 0? Oh, I missed the first one. Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah. And it missed the first one. So you say Q equals P there instead of Q equals P arrow next, right? Yeah, Q equals P. And then, well, but it's still printing one extra. Why is it printing one extra? Q equals P, and it keeps going until. All right. Okay. So this is actually a very simple bug, and I can't fix it right now, obviously, because I'm looking at the wrong place, and and so on. I can fix it later, or you guys can fix it later. It is actually a very simple bug, and you'll probably kick yourself for not finding it before, like I would kick myself for not finding it before later on. So I'm going to leave it in your hands, but we'll put back the for loop that we had that actually worked. Okay, and run it to make sure that it actually works. Confirm it, and then the other way around. Yeah, confirm it, and then chances are that as soon as the class is over, you look at the whole code in your IDE, and you'll find it in 5 minutes. Oh, you still have that error? No. Okay, 7 to 23, 7 to 23, and then Q is 9. And why? Yeah, last node is 9. Okay, good. So everything is there now, isn't it? All right, let's do the game. Let's do the game so that we don't run out of time. We have time, and then we'll come back and fix this. Okay. Put a comment there. Put a comment there above the in the do while loop above that, saying there is a corner case one-off bug here. Extra credit for extra credit if you find it and post it. Okay. Extra credit if you find it and post it. Okay. All right, so here's what we're going to do. So put a comment there saying get number of players, okay? Prompt the user and get the number of players. Right, and then enter. After that, one more enter, and then say next to do, one more enter. No, one more enter. Okay, now enter again. You comment again and say to do. And the first one also should be a to do. So you can put a to do in front of the prompt. Okay. All right. Now iterate over all of the players and get their names. Comma. Next line. Comment. Lucky number 0 to 100. Comma, and amount bet on that number. What's the past tense of bet? Betted? I don't know. Bet bet is a past tense of bet, I think. All right. Bet on that number. Okay, so that's what you're going to get. And what you want to do is on the next line. Store. You can put it on continuation of comment. Right? A comment. Yeah. Comment. Yeah. Comment again. Store the names. And store the names, number, store the names, numbers, and amounts. Thank you. Yeah, very nice. Kate's got the aesthetic touch there too. Great. Okay. Amounts in a vector of player objects. Okay. Capital uppercase P. And we're going to define the player object right up there. Okay, so go up above main, line 76, define the player class player. Oh, blank line was good. Actually, put in a blank line there. Okay, class player. And the player should basically just have 3 public, all right? All 3 public entries, okay? Space and brace, space brace, enter. Put a semicolon after line 79. Line 79, and there you go. And inside you just say public, all 3 are public, colon. All right, and then we say string name, lowercase s for the string, right, semicolon, enter, and then what else did we want? Lucky number, okay, int lucky number, or a number, or int slot. All right, I don't know, let's just call it, all right, call it slot, because we'll be typing that number a lot. You don't want to type so many letters. Slot. right? And then you can say int amount or int bet, right? Okay, now we'll make sure and put a comment there saying bets in whole dollars. Okay, put a comment saying bet is in whole dollars. Yeah, bets in whole dollars. Yeah, bet in whole dollars. Okay, all right. Now go to your main again, and now what you want to do is after line 97, hit enter. Okay, now you want to say vector, open angle bracket, vector, open angle bracket, vector, lowercase v. Is it automatically capitalizing the V for you in the VS and Xcode? Or is it just habit? It's just habit. Okay. Right. So vector angle bracket. No, angle, not brace, angle. Yeah, right. I say capital player and player, the object. Yeah, yeah. Space, players, lowercase, all players, open parentheses, and you say num players right there. Okay, num players, no, you say num underscore players, because that is a variable you need to get from the user, right? So the user is going to type in num players. Okay, all right, semicolon there, right? Okay, now go right to the top and hash include vector. Under IOStream, hash include vector, and go back to where you were. And here, what we want to say is get the number of players, right? So there, you want to say, oh, you want to create a variable called int num players. Okay, on line 90, you can say int num players. Enter. Yeah, num players there. Enter num players, int num players. Okay. Now on line 95, you're going to say num, print a prompt and then cin into num players, right? Well, okay, it's actually writing the code itself. That's fine. Okay, great. All right. Colon space after the players, right? Colon space and no endl, right? No, you don't need an endl because you want a user to type on the same line, right? Put the semicolon immediately after the code, and then enter, and you can say cn greater than right shift into num players. Now, we don't want to do right shift into num players because you remember we had that error before. What you want to do is create another variable under int num players saying string user input, okay? And then you want to say get line cn user input, right? Get line, open parentheses, cn comma, num players. No, user input. No, cn comma user input. All right, semicolon, and then you can say num players equals. How do you convert? All right, okay. Put a comment there. And no, just get rid of num players equals. All right. Yeah, put a comment there saying convert user input into num players. It's 2 lines of code. Look it up, right? I think it's in the modules. It's even in the previous lab. Okay, the previous day when we coded in class, we used that. Okay, 2 lines of code. You can look it up. You can look it up in previous code or online. Do you guys know how to do it? You have to use string and all. All right, Tim's nodding, so he's probably already got a handle on it. Okay, now there you go. So vectors, there you go. Line 104, hit enter. One more enter. Now we have iterate all, get their names. All right, so there you go. All right, so at this point, put a comment there saying at this point we have all the players, the numbers they bet on, and the amounts they bet on them. So we can start the wheel spinning. Okay. Right. So we can start the wheels. You can break it up into 2 lines. That comment at some point. Okay. All right. So you can enter. Yeah, enter. Now, so how do we start the wheel spinning? So we're going to use usleep or something. Yeah, I think we used usleep before. So how do we do this? So let's see that we're going to keep iterating, we're going to keep going round and round and round. But after printing each number, we want to sleep for a very small amount of time before we go on to the next one in the loop. And that time has got to keep on reducing. And then when it is close to 0, we say the wheel has come to a stop. Okay, I think that's how we'll do it. All right, great. So now we'll say that, oh, no, that time has to keep on increasing, I think. When it gets too slow, the wheel stops. Okay, good, good. All right, so we'll say that, wait, yeah, so we say int wait time equals 0, int wait time, wait underscore time equals 0, and then put a comment there saying amount of time to wait between ticking from one number to another. Okay, all right. Now here's what we're going to do. All right. Okay, we want an infinite loop which starts at P, goes to Q, and when it's at Q, it needs to go back to the top, and which we've already got because it's a ring structure, isn't it? As long as we keep going on to the next node, we're always going to be in that loop. Yes? So this is what we're going to do. So we're going to do while, so yeah, you can put a while wait time is not greater than 2 seconds. Okay, no, 2 seconds is 2 times, this is milliseconds, right? So, and it's microseconds. Did we use 50,000 for 50,000 for half a second before? No, 50,000 for 20 milliseconds. It was 50,000 for 20 milliseconds. That means it's microseconds. So what we want is to stop after 1 million microseconds when the wheel is start. So 1 million microseconds is one. Yeah. All right. So while wait time is less than 1 million. So you say 1,000 times 1,000, 1,000 times 1,000. Okay. All right. So and then space open brace, right? Now all we're going to do is print the number. You can say, yeah, you can say cout, and then like the pointer on the roulette wheel, you can say dash 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 dash, and then greater than within quotes. You can say within quotes. You say a lot of dashes, yeah, and then an greater than. This is say, yeah. Now outside of that, you're going to say you're going to say P arrow get num, and you say no. Okay, I say Q arrow get num, and then before you start the while loop, yeah, there you go. Endl there, and before you start the while loop, say Q equals P, so that we make sure that we started the first number. Okay, so you say Q equals P. All right, good. Now we've printed it out. Now we want to wait for wait time seconds. So we want to do U sleep open parentheses 0, and then close parentheses. And close parentheses there. Oh yeah, semicolon. Okay. Oh, it says U sleep is on. What did we do before? Oh, go all the way to the top and hash include. I think it is ustd.h or something like that. What was the include file we used before? Unix standards.h. You need to Google it maybe. Just Google quickly to say include file for. Just Google usleep. Just Google usleep. Any of you, doesn't have to be Kate. Okay, someone Google usleep and tell Kate what include file needs to be there. I think it's Unix std or ustd or something like that. Yeah, unistd.h. Yeah. Okay. Try to see if. Oh, it couldn't find the include file. Oh, it is. I found it. Okay. Now see if the usleep thing is gone. Oh, it's gone. Yeah, it is in fact in there. Hey, great. Even Xcode, because it's a Mac, it's that's why it worked. Okay, on a PC it would not work. Okay, now usleep 0. Now you want to do not usleep 0. You want to do usleep wait time. Usleep wait time. Now you want to change wait time and say wait time, or on the next line you want to say wait time equals wait time times, let's say 1.5. And now because we're doing this 1.5, how many times do you have to double 1000 times, right? 2 to the 10 is 1024. The 2 to the 10 is 1024. 2 to the 20 is a million. So it'll print 20 numbers before grinding to a halt. If we say times 10, right? Just do times 10, not no, times 2. I'm sorry, times 2, and then turn wait time from 0 to 1, because otherwise times 2 will always be 0, right? Times 2 will always be 0. Wait time equals 0 to wait times equals 1. Okay, now I think so. Let's run this in our head, okay? And everybody should run it in your heads and tell me if it works in your head or not. Okay. Equals P. Oh, why is it saying unidentified? Oh, say node star Q equals P. Node star Q equals P. Because now we moved it into our make ring method. It's not there anymore, right? Okay. And also in our make ring method, you have a C out. Get rid of the C out in our right make ring method. You have a make ring method up there. Right, the second part where you actually print out, yeah, get rid of that. Comment that out, because it's not supposed to make ring, is just supposed to make the ring, not supposed to print anything. That also, and also part 2 and all of that, you can get rid of that too. You can get rid of the whole thing, because that you have to debug it. All right, so you can leave it there for later. Yeah, for you to come back and debug. Okay, thank you. All right, now here. What's it running? So it's going to run it in your head, okay? All of you. So it's going to print the first number, I guess. And then, you got to do Q equals Q arrow get next after wait time, right? On the next line, you got to say Q equals Q arrow get. Not there. After wait time. After line 115 on the next line. Q equals Q arrow get next. Yeah. Get rid of the blank line. Now let's run this in our head. It's going to print the number, and then it's going to double the wait time. So the next time it's going to wait a little longer, and the next time it's going to wait even longer. So it keeps on waiting longer and longer between two numbers. Eventually, it's going to slow down, and when it gets to more than 1 million microseconds, that's more than 1 second, the wheel will stop. And when it stops, after the while loop, right after on line 117. On line 117, you can say C out. The winning number is Q arrow get num. Does that right? Is that right? No, wait a sec. We want to make sure that it is right. What we want to do is next. Take that C out line and put it after 116. The 113. Move 113. 113. Yeah. Yeah. Take that. Cut it. And then put it after 115, so that the one that is printed is the one that will actually win, because Q, and then it prints the value of Q, and then it goes back. And if the wait time is, and it won't change Q and it'll exit. Okay, good. All right, now I think if we run it, wait a sec. You had a semicolon, it says. Yeah, okay, I don't know why. Maybe the Xcode is just slow. You got 2 blank lines after line 119. Yeah, get rid of one of those. All right, I think it is now ready to go. Is it ready to go? Oh, you got to fill in the other stuff. You got to fill in the place where you prompt and ask the users for their names and numbers and bets. Once you do that, we are ready to play the game. Okay, so how much time do you guys need? Yeah, we got a lot of time. We got a half hour. How about, is 15 minutes okay for you guys? No, 10 minutes. 10 minutes. Okay, we'll start with 10. Is 10 minutes okay for you guys to do that part where you iterate and get the names and everything and stuff? Is that okay? We did it already once in the previous game, right? You got to do pretty much the same thing. You can look up the old code if you want, but ideally you shouldn't look up the old code. Okay. So and hopefully Kate will be the one typing, but Tim or Kiki or Jaden is going to be the one who's calling out the code. Does that work? Okay, Kate, please don't type, okay? Please don't type what you are thinking, right? Yeah, all right. So Jaden or one of you guys, call out the code and Kate will type, okay? And this time I'll be away from your, not in your face. And call me in 10 minutes when that's done. Don't run it, and I'd like to have the pleasure of seeing it run the first time with you guys, okay? So when you're ready, say, hey, Prof, we want to run it. Can you come and, enjoy the game with us, okay? And we'll run it together the first time. So yeah, share the first pleasure with me. All right. So good. Can I turn the laptop around? You guys good to fill it up? That's the last bit that needs to get done. The game is ready to run after that. Okay. All right. Cool. Just call me. Okay. And I need to hear voices. I need to hear voices so that I know that you guys are excitingly working on something. I'm going to go and make a coffee. So I'll be within earshot.
So our players' names are just num players, right? We don't have any other separate. Yeah, we only have num players. So.
Yep. Name slot and vet player.
Is this the part where we put in the for loop?
Yeah, so we need a for loop down here, but first we have to convert
Yeah.
user input into an actual int.
Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 65 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 82 degrees.
ToString. String. Okay, yeah. Okay. Yeah, you got it there.
Actually, I don't know if this is right. I looked up how to, oh wait, this is int to string. I was looking at the wrong thing. I want string int.
Yeah, I think string stream is the right thing.
Uh-huh.
We create like a temporary holder. So you put number.
Okay, and then the number is user input. And then how do you change the string stream to an int?
So then on the next line, after number, string number, we're going to use, I guess it's going to be number. Oh, you already got it. Left, user input.
User input, and then num players
Correct.
equals number. That's right.
Number. That's right.
Okay, cool. Okay, so delete the to do. Okay, and then now we need our for loop. Okay. Less than num players. Okay.
Yeah, vector.
Okay, so player. What do we need? Oh, we have to, okay, string name And bet.
Probably start out with like a enter name for user I, or for player I.
Hold on. So it didn't
Oh,
work.
we have two numbers, huh? Wait.
Incompatible type. Okay.
Num players is an int.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that should be right.
Used the term number before string stream, or
What?
have we used number as a variable? For
I don't think
that's
so.
why it's getting.
Oh, was I also the wrong one? String to int. I think I was also looking at the wrong one. Int to string.
No.
I'm sorry, I think I was looking at the wrong page too. I was looking at the int to string. We're trying to do the opposite.
Okay.
Have you used the CS2A?
Yeah, I saw that, but hold on. Okay, I think this is right. String stream. Okay, well, let me do this. So
Let's try it. Okay, so 4. Do we want to see out like a new line and then enter name for player and then insert I?
okay.
One.
Three separate ones, right? Enter player name. We'll just fill it in later. Okay. Do we have to do this whole thing, huh? This like string thing.
So
So you do that and then set it equal to
In this case, would it be the CN?
I needed to
Player?
make a variable first before,
sorry.
because then get line right CN, but then player name. Um, number int. Okay. So this is already a string, so that's fine. We just have to assign it. So how do we do that? So player I. But then this is public. Um, oh. That's weird. Oh, because it's an int. Oh, okay. Annoying.
We're going to take in strings for all 3 values
Yeah.
and then send them.
Yeah. So int. Oh my gosh, this is annoying. Okay, we got it as slot, right? And then int. Okay.
Just as a reminder, you could do a single line for string, then player name, comma, lucky number, comma.
Okay. Okay, so then we have to use string stream again.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we have all of this. We just have to figure out how to assign it to a specific player.
Yeah. So we create. Oh yeah, we have
This
a
will go
vector
into
of players already.
We have a
So
vector
we-
of players, yeah. So this will go into our vector of players. But what I don't know is how to assign, because we have name, slot, and bet, but I don't know how to
Mm,
assign it to the player.
So obviously we could create a getter function, but instead of doing that, can we just set them equal to, okay, can you access it with player, colon. I feel like I've done that before, but I can't remember the syntax.
Just name or,
You have to specify which players, like
uh-huh.
Our vector is players, like bracket I. Oh yeah, equals player dot name. Yeah, does that work?
Player colon name.
Does that
Oh
give us
wait,
an
well,
idea?
we want,
Oh, it is. Okay.
do we have to, yeah, do we have to do like, make some setter functions?
That's probably the best way to do it. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, and that's still in public, right? And then it's a void function. That name. So the string.
We could just make a simple like set data and have it pass in all three.
Okay, yeah. String name. Can I use the same name, Steven?
Might not like that.
Okay.
We could change our player class values to like player name or something.
Okay. Player name. Player slot, player that.
Yeah.
Okay, so player name equals name. Okay. And then here, players. I are we? Do you know how to do this? Is it players I and then like set data? What do we have? Oh wait, this is not. Is that how you do it? Like this part? Okay, so this goes into the player vector. Okay, so this is a specific player in the vector, and then it sets the data. Okay.
Okay, looks all right to me. That's fantastic. Good job. Good job. You know, it's a team coding exercise, and it actually worked beautifully. Okay, it looks good. Can I just suggest a couple of very minor cosmetic tweaks, which the compiler is going to do also, right? So the compiler is automatically going to do. It's not what you've written is not less efficient, right? I'm just going to suggest some things that will make it easier for you and for other humans. So what and you'll see the reasoning behind this. Okay, so one of the things is you're using different variables like x and y. You can just use the same variable everywhere because you reuse the same thing. So you can just call a variable inside of the for loop. Inside of the for loop, declare string user string. Inside of the for loop, yeah, just say string space user string. User input. Hopefully you don't have another user input variable out there. Do you have another user input variable out there? Oh, it's there in global scope, is it? So you can just use it. You don't need to redeclare it even. So you can just you can just use it. Okay, so yeah, player name is good. You can get it directly into player name. Now string stream here. Yeah. Okay, yeah, get line user input, and then what you want to do is say string stream, and here again a cosmetic thing. No. Yeah. One sec. Okay, before you make those changes, just a cosmetic thing. Variables other than floating point variables, like real numbers and all, 1.5 and 7 and so on. Don't use X, Y, Z, and especially if it's not a number, don't use IJK. We'll just stick to the mathematical convention, so that, because many computer science people are also mathematicians, right? So we'll just say instead of string stream X, we'll just say SS, right? SS, string stream SS instead of, yeah, okay, SS, and then you don't say SS left shift user input. The way you get the string stream is actually easier than that. Where you say string stream SS, instead of the semicolon, you say open parentheses right there, not there, above, SS, above, open parentheses, and inside of the parentheses, you say user input. No, SS, space SS, open parentheses, user input right there. Yeah, you can get rid of the space after SS. You can get rid of the space after SS, right? Now there you go. That actually works. Okay. In fact, I can show you an easy, even more succinct way of doing the same thing. You see the second line on 129 where it says SS greater than. Yeah. There you go. No, you just copy the whole thing. What you just did, copy the whole thing. Yeah, you already copied it. Replace that SS on 129 with that whole thing. Now get rid of the SS. Get rid of the SS on that line. Okay, and get rid of the space before that too. Now you can get rid of the previous line also. Get rid of the whole previous line. Okay, all right. Now there you go. You constructed a string. So a number of steps have happened here in that one line. What you had in 3 lines before, we condensed it to 1 line, and you'll see that 1 line in many pieces of code that you will review in your life. And so it's actually useful to understand what that 1 line does. It's actually multiple lines. What that line does is take the user input, which is a string, make a string stream out of it. That's the left part, string stream, open parentheses, that, yes. And it's going to return that string stream, and it's going to read from that string stream directly into your variable. All of that happens on 1 line. Okay, so you can do the same thing for the next one also. Yeah, you've done it already. Okay, now player, okay, so I assume your set data is correct. Okay, that's good. You can get rid of the blank line immediately after the 122, line 122 also, and at the end also. All right, so you've taken that. Okay, good. Now go to the end of the program. Go to the end of the program where you say, all right, so winning, you print the winning number. Okay, all right, so let's play it once, and then we'll put the final finishing touch. The final finishing touch, and I'll tell you what it is before, if in case class ends before then and all. The final finishing touch is that you have the lucky number. All you need to do is now iterate again through your players vector, okay, and find out every player who has the same lucky number in their bet, not the amount. So you're going to find player number 1 chose 7 as a slot. Player number 25 also chose 7. So you may have many players with the same lucky number. Yes. So all you have to do in that secondary, the next for loop you're going to write is iterate through all the players, find all players that have the lucky number, and say, player number, or you won't even have player number anymore. Kate won with a bet of 7, and the amount went from $7 to $14. Okay, Tim won with 7, and from $3 to $6. Okay, so you're going to print that, but let's not do that now. Now, if you run it, it's just going to print what the number and lucky number is. Oh, only 2 players. Okay, I also wanted to play, but we'll do it next time. Okay, all right, cool. So all right, so Tim bet 50, and yeah, okay, and $10 on 50, and Kate put $15 on 6. All right, increase the size of the console before you run it so we can see the effect and all. Okay, it was really, really fast. Oh, we put a new line after winning number is 9. Put a new line after winning number is 9. And we'll do one more thing, okay? Just and before the slash, before the V in THE, put /A. /A is actually a bell. Okay, you'll hear a bell on your computer. So when the numbers are going, you'll see beep 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 beep. All right, so you'll hear that as though it's in the real Wheel of Fortune game. Okay, now one more thing. We'll make it a little slower because it's really fast right now. So wait time is less than 5 seconds. Okay, so 5 times a million, right? 5 times 1,000 times 1,000. So that's 5 times 1,000 times 1,000. I hope that works. No, make it 4 because 5 maybe if it's a short number. No, 5 million is okay. 5 is okay. 5 is okay. That's fine. One more thing I was thinking is 4. Okay. Also change that times wait times 2. Change that to times 1.5 so that it doesn't increase as fast. Okay, and in fact, you can also put on that line after the equals, say because it's a 1.5, it's going to produce a double, typecast the result to an int. It's going to do it automatically, but let's typecast the result to an int. Immediately after the equal sign, say int within parentheses. Okay, all right, space after the I think that should do it. Now, if you run it, I would also like to play. All right, increase the size of the screen, even more actually. So, okay, say I want to play. So any number of players plus me. Oh, just me. All right, and one more person. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna pick 23. Okay, so 23, and I'll bet like $50. Okay, 50, $50. Okay, now all right, Kiki. What number do you want to pick?
6.
6. Okay, 6. Okay, how much money you got?
100.
$100. Oh man. Okay, all right. Let's see. All right, enter. Got to slow down. It's got. All right. So what is the lucky number, by the way? Why did it print all those? Yeah, go all the way to the end. It actually printed the lucky number. It did print the lucky number. Yes. Oh, it didn't terminate at all. Go to the end. Oh, it's not terminated. Why didn't it end? Oh yeah, I know why it didn't. All right, so yeah, go back. Just make it 2 again, not 1.5, because what happened was 1 times 1.5 was still 1, because 1.5, and then you make it an integer, it's going to become 1 again. So it's in an infinite loop, right? So 2 will make sure it's not an infinite loop. Okay, now run it. It'll terminate. Okay, I'm sorry, Kiki, you got to bet again, but now I know you're going to bid $100, so I'll bid more. Okay, all right. So I'm going to say my lucky number is still 23, and I'm going to bid $200 now. Okay, let's see what Kiki does.
6. 300.
Ah, Kiki, all right, okay. Okay. Maybe I'll win. Okay, maybe I'll win and get $400 now. Okay, so we'll see. Why did it say /A and then the winning number is 7? Nobody won. And why did it say /A instead of? Oh, I see. You got to say. Oh no, \A, little a, little a. Yeah, and then yeah, okay, that's fine. If you run it now, I think we should hear the bell also. All right, now I'll go for $300 and also 6. Okay, I'm going to bet $300 on number 6. Yeah, we can have more players, get Control C, stop it and run it. We'll have more players this time. Okay, stop it. Okay, let's do 4 players. Okay, all of us. Okay, 4 players, and then I'll go first. No, I'll go last. I should go last. I can get the biggest number. And all right. So all right, Kiki, why don't you go first this time?
8.
All right.
Wait, hold on, isn't there 5 of us?
500.
No, there's only 4. Oh, this is fine.
Yeah, including
Oh
you.
yeah, there's 5 of us. Oh, bummer. Okay, so Kate's not going to play. It'll be the others. Okay.
500.
Okay, maybe Kate. Oh my gosh, Kiki, you're betting $500. Okay, let me check my wallet here. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, who's gonna go next? Tim.
7. So $20.
Okay. All right. All right, Jaden.
19. 150.
All right, now me, right? Oh no, Kate, you can also go. We have 5 players now. Okay. Okay, and I will say I'll put $1,000 on 23. Did anyone bet 7?
Oh yeah.
Wow, who bet 7? Tim, you got $20 times 2. All right, you got 40. You won $40. Now, by the way, the reason we didn't hear the bell is because we are running it inside of Xcode, and Xcode is not able to interpret the /a. I'll show you how to get the bell. If you go to your Xcode, open a terminal. Do you know where the file is? Do you know where the file is located? No? All right, so open the package explorer. It'll come up on the left, right? The package explorer, it'll show you all the files and everything. Yeah, okay. Now right click on main and say find in Finder, or show in Finder. What folder is it? So basically you want to navigate to the folder and run it in the terminal. You'll hear the bell also, right? Why is it not showing it in the Finder? Do you know what folder it's in?
It's showing.
Oh, it's in June. Yeah, June 14. You got a folder called June 14.
I tried to share like my whole desktop. Okay.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Well, here I'll do that.
Okay, cool. All right, so you need to go into the terminal and change into this folder, into terminal, and go into that folder, fire terminal. Yeah, just say TER on there.
Hold on. I have to move my thing.
Yeah, there you go. Now, change into that directory. I think CD space. I think June. What is it? June 14. What was a no? Hit tab. It'll autocomplete for you. After June, hit tab. JUN and hit tab. Tab. It's not auto-completing. Is it on your desktop? Where's your folder?
Probably not. It's in my iCloud drive.
Oh, it's in your iCloud drive. Okay, now copy that folder. It's main.cpp. All right, here's what we can do. Right, just drag that file onto your desktop. And we'll compile it on your desktop and run it there. Okay. Yeah, allow that. And then in your terminal, hit Command plus a couple of times so that it's bigger. Command plus a couple of times. Okay, great. And you can, that's great. No, it's not there. You have to CD desktop. No, you have to say CD space tilde. That's the squiggle. Tilde. // DES, and then it'll autocomplete for you. /DES, uppercase DES, tab. Okay, there you go. Enter. Now, what do you call your file? Main. Did you call your file main?
Probably,
I think you called your file main, right?
Yeah, I changed it.
Oh, you changed it to something else now?
No, I don't think I changed it. So I think it's main, yeah.
Oh, that's fine. Now let's rename it so that it's less confusion. Say MV space. No, you can right in the terminal. You can close. Can you close that window? I think you got your driver's license and all showing. Hey, Kate. Okay, now, you got. Was that a driver license photo?
I don't know.
Check it and let me know. Okay, when the video is out, check it, because here's what you got to do. Go to the YouTube frame where you can see it. Okay, and then Command plus or whatever it is to blow up the screen, and see if you can make out your photo and the name and your driver license number. If you can, let me know, because then I have to edit the photo out, edit that part out of your.
Alright.
Okay, all right. Move main dot tab. No, main dot, hit tab, main dot, and then hit tab. Yeah, to roulette.cpp. Roulette.cpp. No, roulette. ROU, and then Jaden found the right spelling last class. I think it's 2 L's and 2 T's.
Just one
Two-
else.
I don't know. .cpp.
Yeah, I kept getting different results. Sometimes it would be 1 L, sometimes it would be 2.
That's okay. We'll use 1 L. It's easier. Okay, enter. Now here's an easy way to do your build. You don't have to type G++ and all those funky things. Now, because you know how to do that with G++, I'll show you an easier way. Just say make roulette, make space roulette. And the compiler, the system will figure out what needs to happen and will make it for you. Okay, whether it's Java or C++, doesn't matter. Hit enter, it'll just make it for you. All right, now it's, there you go. Now you can say ./roulette and it'll run it right there. ./roulette. Enter. Okay, all right. Now you can say, all right, we'll do it really fast now. I'll do my first bet. Okay, yeah, five, and then my name, and then I'll bet $1,000 on 23 again. 23 at $1,000. Okay, go on, guys, all of you.
8. 500.
19. 150.
Nobody's, putting up the courage to bet $1,000.
That's me today. 20. I'll match Kiki. 1,000.
1,000. Okay. All right. That's me. All right. Now I know what the answer is going to be, right? I know the winning number is 7 because we didn't change SRAM. Did you uncomment the SRAM? You didn't uncomment the SRAM, right?
No.
So this machine is rigged. I know the number is going to be 7. I could have bet like $1 million on 7. Okay, so yeah, go ahead. Well, you can't put 7 now, right? Now you know. You got to choose a different number. Okay, go ahead. Oh, 7, huh? Okay, all right. Well, anyway, if you uncomment the SRAND, you will hear the sound also. And now I'll let you play later on. After now that I think time is up. Yeah, it's about 10:07, right? Time up, and you guys can play around with this a bit more. Figure out why the sound is not coming out. And I think the sound should come even on a Mac. You should hear that bipping sound because /A is a bip, right? So you can figure out why that. Or don't worry about the sound. It's just bells and whistles, literally bells and whistles, right? But see if you can add the second for loop that says, this player, first uncomment the SRAND, and then tidy up the output. After printing each block, maybe print a blank line, and then the next block, so it's all clean. And then finally, you say, Kate won this many dollars. Kate won, Tim won, Kiki won, and so on, right? So it has to actually print. And you do that by iterating over the players and finding out if their number is the same as a lucky number. Is that okay? Is that clear? Yeah, easy enough, right? Yes or no? Okay, great. And also the other thing you can do is that right now it's kind of, what is it doing? It's going through too fast and too few iterations maybe. So you can play with the numbers, okay? Maybe you can say it shouldn't double each time, it should go, or something like that. Maybe you wait for 5 seconds, right? So instead of 5, you should wait for 5 seconds. I don't know. You can fiddle with these numbers. Make sure it looks more like a real Wheel of Fortune. Tick, 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 and all of those things. Okay. So is that enough? Is that enough stuff for you to have interesting stuff to do until Thursday? Do you think? Was this class useful? Because what we did was we iterated over arrays. We also iterated over loops, because iterating over loops is actually very hard. Okay, no, lists, linked structures is actually very hard. Like you saw, right? Even though I've done this millions of times and I can see the code and it's really simple, there was a one-off error at the end, right? I couldn't figure out in class why that 0 was being printed. And although I know it's a simple thing, it actually takes at least, maybe 2 minutes or 3 minutes of just looking at the code. And I couldn't yeah, I didn't have the luxury of doing that in class, but you will figure it out. So you can figure out, and because that's the kind of bug you will run into in quest number 9. In quest number 9, you're going to be iterating, not based on counters. You'll be iterating based on pointers, saying, oh, is this pointer null now? If the pointer is null, I got to stop. Yes? You'll be doing that in quest 9, and this is practice for you. Practice in looping, not over a number, but over a pointer. And we did that. And I'm very happy we did that, because that is one of the core techniques in manipulating linked lists, is to basically learn to traverse the list, right? So you're just going through the path, the snaky path through that list. You know how to traverse it. Once you know how to traverse it, that's all okay, because the rest of it is you traverse it, get to the place where you want, and then you perform the surgery there by taking it out, pulling, tossing out that node, and then taking the node before it and connecting it to the one after. That's your removal. Right? If you need to insert a new node, you grab the node and then traverse the list, get to the place where you want it, cut it there, and take the cut end and take that and stick it in front at the back of the new node, and take the new nodes next and put it there. That's how you string a new node into the necklace. Yeah. And so everything is simple. The greatest challenge is navigating the list, traversing through the list, and even greater challenge is figuring out very, very correctly exactly where to start and exactly where to stop. Because, once you're rolling, as you know, rolling momentum keeps you going. So inside of a loop, when you're traversing or iterating, usually there's not a great chance of finding bugs. The bugs usually happen when you start iterating or when you end iterating. Those are corner cases. As you saw, that's what happened to us, right? We got bitten by that bug. So so you can look at that and figure out, oh, that when I'm working with linked lists, these are the places where I need to be extra careful. So those are things that you'll automatically imbibe, without your knowledge, you imbibe these things, and it becomes, subconscious knowledge for you, because later on when you're working on a linked list on a whiteboard, and you automatically just do the right thing without actually saying, oh, I'm going to do it and come back and fix it later. You'll actually automatically do the right thing because you've done this so many times. So I'm hoping this was all a very useful exercise. I'm pleased that we managed to cover this today. This is a linked list, and we actually managed to do something interesting also. And I would really like to play a full nice version of this game. So please take this game, add any necessary bells and whistles, make it more exciting if you like. Share it with your classmates and friends, and even have end of CS2A party where people can come in and bet money, and it doesn't have to be money. You can just be pieces of candy or something like that in your party, and say, well, you go and bet and you can get this drink or something like that. Okay, so it'll be fun. So thank you all. Okay, and as you know, this game could also run on an iPad, really, because on an iPad you can go to onlinegdb.com. Yes. Galaxy tablet or anything, you can go to onlinegdb.com, and if you post this code on onlinegdb and get the link, you just need to email yourself the link on an iPad. Click the link, you'll get into the onlinegdb. You can run it right there. So in a party where you have Wi-Fi, you can take this iPad with the game loaded on it, all right, and say, here, let's play this game, and you can click it. And except the only thing you won't notice is that onlinegdb doesn't handle the bip sound, the /A character, so you won't hear any sounds, but you'll actually see it happen on your iPad, right? And it'll be really cool. So anywhere you go, you can go with your roulette and say, hey, I got a roulette. You want to play? I say, hey, where did you get this game? Where did you download it from? And you say, no, we wrote it in 2 hours in class, right? So, and how cool is that? So thank you all. Thank you all so much for indulging me. Mostly, right? That's what you guys are doing. Most of the classes, you're just indulging me in my wild ideas and trying them out, humoring me. And so thank you very much. I'm very grateful for that. I will look forward to seeing you all one more time before the end of the quarter. That's on Thursday. Next week, we won't have any classes per Foothill guidelines. However, if you guys want a class, right? All you need to do is more than one person. Even one person is fine. Okay, you have to email me and say, there's a bunch of us who want to have a class, just like any other class, where we have pick an idea, we code together, you walk us through, or we code and you watch. Anything is fine. I can do 2 more lectures next week if you want. But if not, if none of you want a class, fine. Okay, you can just study for your finals and everything. And I wish you the very best of luck, but I will hopefully see you on Thursday. Yeah. All right. Thank you all so much. This really made my day today because we completed it. And I look to the forum to see an updated version of this game. Okay. And please also, when you post it in the forum, you can also make a note saying, those of you who were absent today, please reach out to one of us, the four of you, saying that we did this code, and we are happy to answer any questions you may have about this code. Make that in the post, say that in the post so that people can ask you also in the forums. Okay, say ask in the forums, not via private message, and everybody will benefit. All right, thank you again for staying past the end of class and all, and I'll see you again. Bye.
Hi, Professor.
Bye.